Seimone Augustus was relentless. A superstar forward, born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, her name will always be mentioned among the greats, the legends even. Augustus would start making history in the pros in 2006, but she would make a name for herself well before that. Before her freshman year in high school, Seimone Augustus was featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated for Women with a headline that asked, "Is she the next Michael Jordan?" She also played in what was essentially the National All-Star Game for high school players, where she earned MVP honors. Native to Louisiana, it was no surprise she took her talents to LSU, Louisiana State University, and kept the momentum going. She was named SEC and USBWA Freshman of the Year, as well as USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year. She would lead the LSU Lady Tigers to 3 straight Final Four appearances. Though not getting the big title, she was a mid-range monster, finishing in the paint and through traffic. High IQ and in the right place at the right time more often than not. She would average just over 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game in her collegiate career. Her senior year, she earned multiple awards recognizing her as the nation's top senior women's basketball player, including SEC and AP Player of the Year, Naismith College Player of the Year, and the Wade Trophy. She had a star-studded college career, even if falling short of the championship. 2006 would mark the end of her college career and the beginning of her professional career. Drafted number 1 overall to the Minnesota Lynx, she would be playing in the WNBA months after playing her last NCAA game. Like most number 1 picks, not all, she went to a team with one of the worst records in the league. So Augustus brought her amazing talents to the WNBA, but a losing team. It's hard enough making the jump, but she had a winning mentality and had to take it alongside some tough losses. Still a competitor, she brought her best every night. Proof of this when she won Rookie of the Year and made the All-Star team. She even won the skills competition that year. She would play the next couple of years and make the All-Star team until 2009 when she tore her ACL in a game against the Phoenix Mercury. Her return in 2010 was tough as well, as medical issues took her out for most of the season. She had to have surgery to remove fibroid tumors, as the pain was too much to play through. She even had one the size of a golf ball. But even with this, she was able to come back and play the last 25 games of the season. It was a good way to end the season and go into the offseason, believing they could get a winning record. The Lynx have been quietly making moves over the years. 2009 saw them add Rebecca Brunson after the Monarchs folded. 2010 saw Lindsay Whalen get added to the fold as the Lynx were bulking up. 2011 put the final piece into place as the Lynx somehow got the first pick in the draft when the percentage actually favored the Detroit Shock that year. They were able to grab UConn great Maya Moore to an already buffed up team. So Seimone Augustus was ready to start the 2011 season with more hope than her entire career combined. It was her team and she had to make sure everyone could shine in their respective roles. 13-21. That was the Lynx record in 2010. After just one season together, the Lynx were rocking a 27-7 record. I mean, it was almost unfair. She averaged 16 points that season and only went harder by averaging 22 points in the postseason. She was Player of the Week 3 times throughout the year and walked away with Finals MVP along with the Lynx first franchise championship. Now, she was nowhere near done, but 2011 would be her best season, points-wise and awards-wise. 2012 would see her make the All-WNBA first team, but the Lynx would fall to the Tamika Catchings-led Indiana Fever in the finals. 2013, she would be second leading scorer on her team as Maya Moore would take that first slot. The core 4 were keeping the Lynx at the top. All 4 made the All-Star team. She would help the Lynx earn their second championship that year. 2015 was a little bit tougher as she would suffer a right knee injury about halfway through the season. The team did add Sylvia Fowles that year, so they still had a lot of dominance on the floor, but Augustus watched from the sidelines, while the Lynx finished with the second best record in the league. She was able to return in time for the playoffs and take part as they were able to meet the Indiana Fever for a rematch in the finals. She played all 10 games at playoffs, averaging 34 minutes a game and almost 13 points per game, and they needed every single one of her points. The series went to 5 games with the Lynx taking out the Fever. The third championship Seimone Augustus would help bring the Minnesota Lynx. 2016 was a similar season for Seimone. No injuries, but the stats were pretty much the same. The Lynx made it to the finals where they faced the Candace Parker-led Sparks, but they lost that series on a last-minute shot by Seimone Augustus, one of the greatest finishes in WNBA history. Augustus averaged 11 points and 3 rebounds, slowing down but still very effective. 2017 would see the last great run from the Lynx dynasty. Still a starter and averaging 11 points per game, she was their third leading scorer and third in minutes played. Behind Sylvia Fowles and Maya Moore, the Lynx went back to the finals to face the Sparks in a finals rematch. Augustus started all 8 playoff games, and she was the third leading scorer. She was again where she needed to be, in the right place at the right time, just like her younger days, but now playing a lot more experienced and poised. A leader by example. The Lynx won the series in a dominant fashion. Minnesota, the Core 4, and Seimone Augustus now had 4 WNBA championships. Despite the team not being as dominant, Augustus would still make the All-Star team in 2018. 2019 would see her season end early due to a knee injury, as well as her signing with the LA Sparks after negotiations fell through with the Lynx. Even though the Lynx offered her more money, something else in the negotiations didn't sit right with Seimone, so she took less money and a bench role with the Sparks for the last years of her career. That would cap off her WNBA playing career, but like most great players, she was playing continuously throughout these same years. Between 2006 and 2008 off seasons, she played for the Dynamo Moscow, a club in Russia. After that, she played for Galatasaray, a basketball club based out of Turkey. She won the Euro Cup twice in 2008 and 2009, as well as getting the Euro Cup MVP in 2009. She would once again play for Galatasaray in the 2010-2011 WNBA off season, and she would finish out her years overseas, playing 3 consecutive off seasons for the Dynamo Curse of the Russian League. So even finishing up her international play, she was highly decorated. And also throughout this time, Seimone had been representing her country since 2005, earning a gold medal in Team World University Games competition. Augustus was a member of the U.S. women's basketball team, and she earned a gold medal at the 2008, 2012, and 2016 Summer Olympics, playing an important role in each win. She played so much basketball, and even as her playing days were winding down, she couldn't stay away. After her last season with the LA Sparks, she would become an assistant coach for the Sparks for 2 years, after which she would return to her alma mater and coach under Coach Mulkey, where you can find her as of this recording. Seimone Augustus was just an all-around great player, a little slick, very smooth, and left her mark on women's basketball. Her number 33 was retired by LSU on January 9th in 2010, making her the first female athlete in its school history to receive such an honor. In January of 2023, she was the first female athlete to be rewarded with a statue of herself on the school campus. In 2016, she was named to the WNBA's 20th anniversary team, establishing her as one of the top 20 players to ever play in the league. In 2024, she was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame and the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. It was a quiet poetry watching her play. Not too flashy, but just enough showtime. Her strength in going to the basket and efficient jumper made her a must-have on the floor. She's a great leader, and coaching under Mulkey is exciting because who knows how far she can go as a coach and a mentor. She played in the W for 15 years, and she will forever be a Lynx legend. Without Seimone Augustus, there is no Lynx dynasty. Without her, we miss out on some of the best matchups in WNBA history.
Operator, won't you put me on through? Trying to send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up and put them on the line. Gotta talk to my people just one more time. Calling Baton Rouge. Yeah, 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 sweet Baton Rouge.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, players.